Hello, my name is Brienne Beebe. Welcome to my channel. A few videos ago, I shared how I organize all of my incoming paperwork on my desk. This video is a companion to that video, and I'm going through all of the papers that I have for my students. So these are my daily handouts, homeworks, quizzes, everything. I'm going to show how I basically manage it all. So the issue that I've had to solve was that my desk and everything is in the back of the room, and when I need those papers to give to my students, I need them at the front of the room. Otherwise, I'm having to go back and forth for no good reason. So I basically came up with this system that I'm going to show you today. So let me start off by apologizing for the funky lighting, but it's the afternoon, so I'm getting afternoon sun. This is the first component of my paper management system, and I have Sterilite drawers that are 8.5 by 11, so your standard pieces of paper fit. I have my drawers labeled for each of my classes. I have 2 sections of each class, but my SAT prep only meets every other day, so they didn't need 2 drawers. They have considerably less paper than the other 2 classes. So in these drawers, I keep my papers organized, and I keep them in the order in which I need them for the week. So I'll typically have Monday through Wednesday in the top geometry drawer, and then Thursday through Friday in the bottom geometry drawer, or whatever fits. The same thing goes for general geometry. And in my SAT prep drawer, I have everything I need from Monday through Friday. The last drawer is miscellaneous, and it holds different things that I might need periodically. So right now I have all of my copies of my interactive notebook table of contents pages. So at the end of each day, I pull out the papers that I need for the next day, which I've done here. So at the end of each day, I will take the papers out of the drawers and bring them to the front of the room where I will need them for the next day. So these are for an activity. I have baggies with cards cut up, and I put them in this bin here, so I have them handy and they're corralled. This is the paperwork that I need for that activity, and this is for general geometry, so I'm going to put it in my general geometry today folder. This next page is the handout for geometry for their interactive notebooks, and I want my students to grab these as they come in tomorrow, so I'm going to put it in their bin here. I bought this bin at Target from the Dollar Spot or Bullseye's Playground. I labeled it for geometry so they know to take whatever's in here from the bin. I actually don't have a handout for my general geometry class for tomorrow, so this will stay empty, and I'll just nest this inside of here and take it to the other side of my room where it needs to be. So the last paper that I have to file away is the homework assignment for my geometry class, and I have it here with its answer key. So I'm going to take these and put them in the folder for things for geometry today. So that's what I do on a daily basis to keep myself sane and organized, but I'm going to basically break down this whole area over here because I kind of refer to this as my front of the room command center. So the most important thing over here is this file organizer, and I have it organized into my 3 preps. So the front section is for my general geometry classes because I see them first. So I have a folder for A period and a folder for D period. Inside both of these folders is the work that needs to be passed back to my students. Right now there's a lot because there's a test and I had to wait for students to take it before I could pass it back. Then I have my General Geometry Today folder, which holds anything that I'm doing the next day. And then I have my General Geometry Extras, so I keep extra copies of the notes or handouts or anything that's not the homework in here just in case I need extra copies. And then that basically just repeats. So for geometry, I have a B period and an H period. And then I have what I need for geometry the next day, ready to go. And then I have my geometry extras in the last folder. And then my last section is for SAT prep. So I have, it's called FF period, but there's a day 1, a day 2, and that's the work to pass back. I have what I need for SAT tomorrow. I just had this already in here, so I didn't have to put it in there now. And then I have their extra copies. So my classes are all color coded, and I have tabs that are actually corresponding to the color of the class. and folders that are corresponding to those colors as well. In the yellow folder in the back, I keep extra copies of the Common Core High School Math reference sheet in here, just in case I need it for a test, because that's usually something I forget, so I just have them ready to go here just in case. This organizer I picked up from Hobby Lobby, and I just keep a couple of essentials up here. I have a little basket of markers. I like to keep them off to the side, otherwise my students will take them and draw all over the board with them and basically waste and ruin them. I keep extra pencils, highlighters, different things up here in case I completely run out. I can give these out to students. Back here I have things for exit tickets, just to be prepared. So I have a 3-2-1 survey set up, and I just have blank pieces of paper in case I wanted to do a quick exit ticket. I also have some Post-its up here, a koosh ball for last minute games, and a timer. This box right here is just your basic photo box from Michaels. I use this to collect students' cell phones. So if they have it out, I will tell them it goes in the box or it's a referral. So that's my system, just because I don't want to handle their phones myself. I'm clumsy and I don't want to have to pay my students for a phone. And then this is the basket that I showed before where I corral any activities going on. These are baskets for interactive notebooks that I put together. So each table has its own caddy with the glue, scissors, highlighters, right now mini rulers that they might need. And once I have this filled, I can take it across the room and I put them in my organizer. So I have one for each class, and I just switch them out when I need them. And that's everything for today's video. If you found it helpful, please hit the like button, and if you want to stay tuned for future videos in which I share more organizational tips, then make sure you subscribe. And as always, thank you for watching.